Right. Good evening. Thank you for being here. This is the City of Garden City Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on Wednesday, April 16th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Ms. Veal confirming audio and video. Thank you very much. And I'll call the meeting to order. For the record, we have Commissioners Wilde and Shepard present, with Brown and Smith absent for the night. We'll go ahead and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This commission provides for a public hearing for quasi-judicial administrative land use decisions, appeals, and legislative actions specific to land use regulations. The format for the public hearing will follow the procedures of presentation by the applicant, city staff report, public testimony, rebuttal testimony from the applicant, discussion of the hearing amongst the commission members, and the decision. If anybody wishes to give public testimony, there are some general rules to abide by. No person shall be permitted to speak at the public hearing until the person is recognized by the chair. The commission will not address those who speak out of order. If there are any questions, they may be asked during the time for the public testimony, and the applicant can respond to them during the rebuttal, or the commission can ask the question of staff during their discussion. There's a sign-up sheet at the table. If you wish to give public testimony, please sign up. No person shall be permitted to testify at the public hearing unless the person has signed their full name and written the residential address on the sign-up sheets. Clearly state your name and address into the microphone at the podium. This time, are there any changes to the agenda?
Chairman, none by staff.
All right, thank you. Moving on to the consent agenda. The consent agenda includes items of business which may not require separate decision. From time to time, we may move an item to the consent agenda. Following the addition of any item to the consent agenda, we will vote on the remaining items in one motion. At this time, I do see that there is the discussion for the planned unit development. That's item VA. Discussion amongst the commissioners on whether there's a need to discuss this at this meeting or not. Commissioner Wilde, any reason you see to discuss this?
No.
Commissioner Shepard?
No.
All right, thank you. Staff, I'd just like to hear from you if you believe that we need to hear this, or if there's anything that we would like to add to the record, or any changes or anything that we would need to discuss on this item before moving it to the consent.
Chairman, no, I believe that the staff report includes all of the changes, including Commissioner Brown's.
Okay, and that would be great to include those for the city council to review as well in the packet that you provide to them for the decision. So with the item V, new business, the public hearing action item A, CPA FY 2024-0006 plan unit development. This would be a recommendation from us. We'd be moving that to the consent agenda. Additionally, on the consent agenda is the approval of minutes from the March 26, 2025 meeting, as well as SUB FY 2024-0006 Edgemere Subdivision. This is a combined preliminary plat and final plat processed as a PUD. This is to be continued to June 18th, 2025 due to lack of submittals. Item C is CUP FY 2025-0003 conditional use permit. Stephen Pendle and Strive Academy LLC is requesting a conditional use for an expansion of daycare facility. This is looking to be continued to June 18th, 2025 due to noticing errors. So any items for discussion regarding the consent agenda?
Mr. Chair. Jenna, I mean, my answer to your question was no, I don't think we need to beat a dead horse on the PUD ordinance changes. My question is more maybe procedural. If we put a public hearing on the consent agenda, don't open it and close it, are we creating some procedural error down the road. I mean, there's nobody here to testify, and it seems like putting it on the consent agenda makes sense. Except that I don't know what the case law would say about not holding a public hearing that is posted.
Chairman, Commissioner Wilde, what we tend to do when there's no opposition and no one here to testify tonight, and there's no concerns, that the consent agenda takes place of that public hearing. Worst case scenario, if you put it on consent agenda and we run this by our city attorney and he thinks it needed a hearing, it would be remanded at our next meeting.
We can do whatever is best. If, I mean, we would just open and close it if you think for procedural matters and we don't want to go through that situation.
Chairman, Commissioner Wilde. Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
And that may be that there was nobody here to testify
Yeah.
for the record.
Okay.
We tend to do that on the other items that we add to the consent agenda. Just note the record
Yeah.
that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, let the record show that there is no one from the public present, nor on Zoom. And so there is no one here to testify on the public's behalf on this matter. So anything else for discussion? Thank you for bringing that up, Commissioner Wall, just to make sure that we didn't get into a situation. Commissioner Wilde, anything you'd like to discuss?
No, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Shepard.
No, Mr. Chair.
All right, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of the consent agenda to include the minutes from the March 26, 2025 meeting. The continuation to a date certain of June 18th for both SUB FY 2024-6 and CUP FY 2025-3. Both of those to June 18th. Also on the consent agenda, motion for approval is CPA FY 2024-6 Planned Unit Development Ordinance Amendments. And again, as you noted for the record, Mr. Chair, there is no one here to testify at a public hearing, which has been noticed for this date.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilds. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any further deliberation? Hearing none, I'll put this to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any noes? No noes. With moving the item from item V, new business, public hearing, consent agenda, there is no other items on this agenda. Any other items for discussion amongst the commissioners or any other items that staff would like to discuss?
Chairman, staff has just one quick note that it looks like we won't have any actionable items next month, so it's likely that we will not have a meeting next month.
Okay, thank you.
Happy spring.
We'll call the meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.